Outside today and a typhoon brewing in our region. Could this be the calm before the storm?
Well, it sure seemed like it, Jason. More interesting to note, the typhoon's name has roots right here on Guam, as every year the United Nations World Meteorological Organization submits their list for suggested names. This year, Guam's very own Francisco was pulled. With more updates on the typhoon getting closer to home, here's our Crystal Paco.
With weather officials upgrading yesterday's tropical depression 26W to Typhoon Francisco earlier today, lead forecaster Michael Ziobro says a tropical storm warning is now in effect for Guam, while a storm watch continues for Rota, Tinian, and Saipan. Currently 205 miles southwest of the island, Ziobro says if Francisco remains on its best behavior, the typhoon will continue its projected track northward towards Japan.
Well, if it behaves like it's supposed to, and that's all the computer models, and it's actually been behaving very well, that we're just going to be on the edge of any tropical storm force winds.
As of early this afternoon, the National Weather Service reports Francisco is on track northward, but at snail's pace. Only moving at 5 miles per hour, Francisco continues to intensify.
Because it's going to be closest to us tomorrow morning, the closest point of approach for Guam would be tomorrow morning around sunrise, and we'll be very close to the tropical storm force winds, so the watch wouldn't probably be lifted until tomorrow.
Francisco's maximum sustained winds have increased to near 80 miles per hour. Force winds are projected to extend out to 15 miles and tropical storm force winds to extend outward up to 130 miles from the center. This means all residents should stay out of the water until conditions clear.
If you're out in a boat, we could have some tropical storm force conditions in the Marianas waters, because our waters extend 40 nautical miles away from the island, so if you're going to be out that far, you're going to be closer to the storm. So if you go out into the waters west of the islands, you could get tropical storm force winds or higher, into winds 50 some odd knots.
Even if we're spared our first typhoon in years, Ziobro advises residents to stay on high alert, as we may still feel tropical storm conditions, including damaging sustained winds of 40 miles per hour or more in the next 12 to 24 hours. Despite today's mostly blue skies, Ziobro says the rain and winds are on the way.
Well, we're just in a space between some of those rain bands there, but later tonight, late this afternoon, the rain bands could come in, and we could have on and off showers with gusty winds. And sometimes even after the storm moves away, you get some of those rain bands.
In the meantime, the island remains in condition of readiness 3. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.